We live in a world where visual communication is taking a huge part of our personal and business success. You can like it or not. It is what it is. Unfortunately, this is how we live, how we interact. This is how our first impressions are coming from the other person. It's the famous first 7 seconds, 10 seconds. So it is really important to have the feeling of belonging, to feel successful, to represent who you really want to be, not only today, but even in 5 or 10 years. Buongiorno guys! So I'm still with this background. I don't know for how long, but I just feel like I have so much to share with you guys. I just really want to start posting videos. That's really the thing that needs to happen in 2025. So I'm just trying to figure out which way works, and I think this is gonna be the one. Just to start and then figuring out. So, welcome back. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. My name is Chenga. I'm a personal stylist based in Milan, and this channel is all about styling and much, much more. So, today I thought that I would be talking a little bit about the main pillars of a personal style, because it's much deeper than you actually think. And when you see a person, a successful person, or just like someone who really embraces herself, and you say like, oh my god, she's really wearing the thing and not the thing is wearing her, it's actually, in most cases, it's a well-studied foundation on which so many things are applied. And you don't have to get scared about it, because it's not really about, everyday thinking so much. It is just the beginning when you train yourself, and then everything comes naturally. We live in a world where visual communication is taking a huge part of our personal and business success. You can like it or not. It is what it is. Unfortunately, this is how we live, how we interact. This is how our first impressions are coming from the other person. It's the famous first 7 seconds, 10 seconds. So it is really important to have the feeling of belonging, to feel successful, to represent who you really want to be, not only today, but even in 5 or 10 years. Because if you start implementing the rules, if you start implementing those guidelines, you will see that you are gonna get more successful. There's not much else to say. I'm not going to promise that you're gonna get like everything that you need or you want in life, but I can promise that you're gonna definitely feel so good in what you wear, and you're gonna feel so much more professional, so much more ready, so much more embracing your inner world. So that being said, let's see the main pillars that we are going to discuss today. I'm just gonna mute my computer because I'm constantly getting messages. It's so hard to catch up with videos when you're a business owner, but you guys, we can do it. In my professional experience, and in what I experienced by working with so many types of people, literally from America to Japan, it's amazing, but everybody's different. So what I say is the foundational idea. It's you who needs to understand what applies, how it applies, and what resonates with you. If you don't resonate with these things, that's also fine. If you feel like it's too much for you to handle, I'm here, you can book. I do virtual consultations as well, but now you're gonna try to do it alone, okay? So first of all, I think the main important thing is to know your seasonal colors, because there are certain colors that fit you better. There are certain colors that wash you out completely. So for example, most of the people don't look good in black or in gray. Instead, maybe a navy blue is going to be better. And if you come to Milan one day and you look around, you will see all these officers, not they are like the busy business people walking around in suits. No one's wearing black, no one's wearing grey, everyone's wearing dark blue. It is because it really pushes confidence. It really makes the other person feel that you're professional already. So there is this main ideology of colors, but there's also your seasonal colors. So your skin tone, your eyes color, and hair color is gonna play main role in the whole styling process. So I really recommend you to figure it out, because you're just gonna feel so much put together only by applying the colors from your own color palette. The second one is the style essence. So as you know, there are different kind of style essences. There are the minimalistic people, the classic people, there are the romantics, for example, there are the dramatics, there are the creative people, like I would say kind of like me, who like, you know, maximalist things. So there are so many types of style essences, and I really do recommend you to deep dive in Kitchener Style Essence. It's a very, very brand new thing that I'm doing as well, and I really think that it's so impressive how you can define who you really are and what you really are, because you can just put small details even in certain outfits that are maybe office outfits or event dinner outfits, just like, you know, putting that like style sense that you have in there is gonna make magic. It's really gonna create your identity, your authentic identity. You're gonna stand out from the crowd because you're gonna bring yourself, not just like a nice dress. But there is also the original style sense that you can figure out. There is the Keep B ID. It's not really exactly the same, but that's also a good way to figure that out, the Keep B ID, because that's anyway gonna give you some kind of idea which type of clothing should you try to apply and wear. The third one is the 5 levels of styling. If you haven't seen my video about that, I'm gonna leave it somewhere here above, because I think that's so important to understand where you go, what you're gonna wear, what type of event it is, and how much you want to dress up. Because obviously when you're at home, it's different than when you go out for an event. And it's the same for when you're staying home. You can just decide whether you want to wear something very basic, or something very outworn, or wear something that styles up a little bit. For example, my outfit right now, I'm gonna show you here. Today I'm very... When does my card get full? Obviously when I'm in the middle of talking. So I'm gonna show you my outfit here. This is what I'm wearing, and I absolutely vibe with it. Definitely feeling much better in what I am wearing and working than just wearing some random, you know, like sweatpants or jumpers. So the 5 levels of styling, I'm not even gonna talk about it. Watch the video after this one. It makes so much change in your mindset. People are calling me. It's crazy. Like, I'm just getting back from the holidays. I don't know when I'm gonna post this. It's just crazy. Like, okay. So, getting back to the topic, about the 5 style levels, I'm going to say that it is essential to know where you're going, and then have the key pieces of your essence. So, let's just grab an example. You're going to somewhere. You have to first ask, like, where am I going? Is it a sports event, for example? Is it a tennis event, or is it a soccer event? Because those types are already defining what kind of dress code there is. Obviously a tennis event is going to be a little bit more fancy, while a soccer event, whatever it is going to be super casual, at least in Europe. And then you have to ask yourself, like, what are the key pieces that I can implement from my style essence that apply to this event level. So from 1 to 5, you know, 1 is the super casual, 5 is the super fancy. You need to figure out which are the key pieces that are very important. This is the wardrobe foundation and the very statement items that are going to apply really well to the outfit that you're gonna wear. So you go to a tennis event, you're gonna wear like a nice, well-tailored dress, for example. Like, let's say that it's like a kind of aperitivo in the afternoon where like tennis players are gonna be present. So you are gonna definitely wear something very well fitted, very well tailored, and then you can implement the accessories of your style essence that are going to style up and represent your personal style. And what really changes the whole game is you knowing your colors and knowing what figure type you have. So obviously if you have an apple body shape or if you have an hourglass body shape, different kind of silhouettes are gonna fit and flatter your figure. So I really recommend you to know that and then apply the colors. So choose the tones of your seasonal color palette in the dress is gonna be game changer. So this is how an outfit should look like, and this is exactly how I dress up every day. But it is a very natural procedure. Like, it's not that every day I'm, you know, making all these things, my wardrobe already includes my colors, and my silhouette fits the dresses that I'm usually wearing. It's a different thing if you like oversized things, or just like, you know, getting a little bit more oversized sometimes. It's the vibe, it's your personal style. These guidelines are definitely the foundational parts, and then there is your personal style that is a little bit different thing that really requires a deep transformational styling process. So it's not that something you can just figure out randomly. The result of a constant work and concentration and mindful shopping is gonna result in a well-composed wardrobe. That's what we are looking for. We have no time and money to spend on things that we are not wearing, that we don't enjoy wearing, and that doesn't represent the person who we feel like being, or who the business that we are representing. So I really recommend you to be mindful about these choices. And yes, if you have any struggles, actually, I've got a couple of things, just a couple, that you can choose from on my Etsy store. I provide color analysis virtually. I provide virtual consultations, like deep dive consultations that we can absolutely do online. So wherever you are, we can work around it. Or you're welcome to come to Milan and visit me here. That would be lovely. So yes, if you have any random questions, just leave a comment below, because I feel like that's the best and most the easiest way to interact, and I would love to actually answer your questions there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was short, but I think it was really including all the things that I wanted to say today. So that being said, see you next time. Ciao!